When it comes to dating advice on YouTube, there's been one name that's been popular over the last few weeks, starting his channel with the aim of helping men with their dating life. But as his influence has grown, some have had questions about the effectiveness and ethical side of his advice. So with that said, some of you guys may be familiar with the dating coach who goes by the name of FitX Fearless on YouTube. For those who don't know, FitX is a YouTuber / dating coach who essentially helps men improve their dating life and their looks, aka looks maxing. He started this journey on YouTube a few years back, but from what I've seen, he's recently been catching some traction. FitX conducts these videos into the format of a meeting, similar to apps like Zoom, where it's him and the client, and from there, the client brings the problems that they're facing to him, to which he provides the solutions. Now, if you watch a few of his videos, you can clearly tell some of these guys are just straight up immature with how they carry themselves, sometimes just completely unserious.
Shut up. Keep the pants on.
No did it, right?
Huh?
No did it, right? No.
Oh, come on, man. Without you having all these terms,
Yo, China Mike Hood?
I'm gonna kick you off if you don't stop. If you stop.
And it's actually quite hilarious. But even on the regular, a lot of these guys seem to be genuinely seeking help, and it's sometimes no surprise to FitX. Considering how long he's been posting on YouTube in the dating niche, you would figure he's got to know something about women. There's usually different types of these guys that come on the streams, and some of them are just completely unaware of themselves, which can sometimes lead to FitX just absolutely roasting these guys.
What's going on with your hairstyle, bro?
I'm letting it grow for a little bit.
Okay, it looks kind of uneven. You got this like Elvis Presley like look. It's like round here and it's kind of thin here. Did they do it on purpose?
I just, nah.
Okay, your barber, my G, your barber you up, bro. You got
Duke Dennis.
What the fuck does that got to do with this?
No, but I've been seeing Duke Dennis. He's getting like loads of girls. Like,
Okay.
I just wanna become like him because he's got so much aura and shit.
Okay, go write him a email. Write him, send him a love letter. Tell him that you wanna ride his coattail forever to be like him. You sitting up here asking me how you can be like another man. Are you fucking serious, bro?
Am I serious?
Stupid troll.
Now, I don't necessarily agree personally with some of his views, as well as some of you guys probably don't as well. But for example, his views on what a man is, to me, I believe are completely wrong and are just plain stupid in my opinion. FitX basically stated in one of his videos on Instagram, you guys can pull up his Instagram and check it out. He says, to even be considered a man, you need to have intercourse at least 3 times a week. Yes, you heard me right.
Times a week should I have sex to be considered a man?
If you're not having sex at least 3 times a week, you're not a man. Guys think that I'm crazy.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I know this is complete bull. I honestly find any argument that defends this as really dumb, because even if we go to the textbook definition of what a man is, it simply states an adult male. Realistically, we could all just stop right there and the debate would be over. But the funny thing is, this isn't even his only bad take. He's also stated that 100K a year is the new broke.
$1,000 a year, you're broke. You're still suffering, my G. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Inflation is through the roof. The cost of living is through the roof. If you're living in a major city where rent is $2,000, $3,000 a month plus for a 1-bedroom apartment, 100K a year is not that much money.
So if you guys make anything more than $62,000 a year, which is the average salary in the US, you're still broke. I honestly believe he just says these things for shock value and clips, because most people will speak on it, but regardless of the reasoning, it's still clear that these things just aren't true. I mean, if you make 100K in a year, that's a lot of money. But regardless of that, it seems like this extreme Western mindset creates the illusion that men need to sleep with multiple women to be socially accepted as a man. This is completely misleading. I don't support the idea of men casually sleeping around with women or vice versa, since it could lead to negative consequences, especially from a health standpoint with STDs and all of that. Yet it seems like he actually endorses this, which I find pretty harmful. And some people may be saying like, well, who are you to say this and that? And honestly, it's not about who I am, it's about true and what's not. And anybody with a brain can tell that sleeping around is not the best option. To be fair though, he does provide genuinely good advice for the most part, especially on the looks maxing part. For instance, some guys just come on there solely focused on looks maxing, and he not only helps with that, but he also gives actual dating advice, because he seems to understand that looks can only get you so far in the dating world, and I have to give him credit for that. A lot of guys think that it's just simply about looks, and it's not the case. It's a combination of different things, and this is something that he teaches, and I believe personally that it's objectively true. Now, maybe no surprise to you guys, but a lot of my beliefs and reasoning come from the Bible, and I understand that not everybody watching this video may be religious. 100% get it, but at the same time, I don't think it takes a religious person to see the harmfulness in this type of mindset of sleeping around with multiple women. If we just look past the possibilities of catching an STD, you know, if we just look at the fact that there could be a potential child being raised without a father, because, you know, you have dudes that just want to sleep around and not take the responsibility of potentially having to raise a child, and, you know, dudes just wanting to get their quick fix and dip. This is really one of the biggest problems in the black community. A lot of fathers, you know, sleeping with multiple women and not wanting to take up the role of being a father to the woman that they just laid with. This is one of the main reasons why I think this is a harmful mindset, and I completely understand that FitX is not the only person endorsing this type of behavior, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make it any less wrong. This is still a huge problem in society, but besides all of that, FitX definitely does provide pretty good advice when it comes to looks maxing, in my opinion, but he also does make it clear that it isn't just about looks. For example, some guys just come on his live stream solely focused on their looks, and FitX does help them with that, but he also gives dating advice and what to look for in women, and I 100% respect that, and I have to credit him for that, because, you know, a lot of immature men think that it's all about looking good, and really, honestly, it's not the case. You know, there's so much more to someone than just looks. You know, there's an attitude, there's respect, an ability to be there. You know, there's a lot of factors that play into that, and, you know, he makes this apparent in a lot of his meetings with these guys, and honestly, it's the truth. I mean, looks are not the one all be all. I will say also that FitX is very effective at what he does. He's clearly filling a demand with the advice that he offers, and if you look at, he does have a website that connects to his program. I don't know if it's like one of those like sell buy my course type of things, I don't know, but he does have a lot of testimonials on there backing him up. At the end of the day, though, people are at different journeys of their life. People want to do what they want to do, and at the end of the day, that's just life. At the end of the day, FitX clearly knows how to draw an audience and obviously meet the demand for dating advice. Like I said before, he's got plenty of testimonials and followers, which speaks to his influence also. But again, as we've seen, some of his perspectives to probably most people are very, very questionable to say the least. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody's path is different. So what do you guys think about Fearless? You think he's offering valuable advice, or is he pushing an unhealthy mindset? I think you guys understand where I stand after this whole video, but